For this week's Jolt of Faith, as we continue the celebration of Christmas and the 12th day of Christmas on January 6th, we continue our celebration of Epiphany, that God manifested himself by the light of a star to bring three wise men from the east. The word Epiphany in Greek literally means manifestation, and that's what we celebrated last Sunday, and we continue to celebrate as we continue the Christmas celebration, the making known of Jesus coming in the flesh, being born in Bethlehem. But the idea of manifestation isn't just limited to the Christmas season, and I think that's the mistake we often make. In a few short days, we're going to pack all this away, and we'll pack away the wise men and the Christ child for yet another year, and with it, we pack away the idea of being aware and open to the manifestations of God. But my friends, God's manifestations aren't just seasonal. They don't just happen during the Christmas season. God manifests himself to us day in and day out in ordinary and everyday people and situations if we're paying attention. And that's the problem. We often don't pay attention to those ordinary everyday occurrences. It's hard to miss a star in the sky drawing strange visitors from the east. But it's much easier to miss God speaking to me through my spouse, my child, my coworker, my friend, the person I go to school with, the person I work out with at the gym. But God manifests himself to us in everyday people and situations throughout the entire year. And I think that's the takeaway from Christmas 2022, to realize that God's presence isn't just limited to places or seasons, but God's presence is everywhere if we're willing to pay attention. And that's where we need to learn the lesson of the manger. When Jesus came the first time, he was born among the poor, in an out-of-way place in a back alley on the outskirts of a small backwater town of Bethlehem. Jesus didn't come into a palace. He didn't come into a political center. He didn't blow up Facebook or YouTube with his presence. He wasn't recognized by most people because it was so ordinary. If that's the way God came the first time, how do you think God continues to come to us 2,000 odd years later? But my friends, we have to be paying attention to those everyday situations, those everyday people, and those everyday places, just like the stable in Bethlehem, where he was born the first time, and we'll continue to find him in our lives today. That's a good takeaway for all of us from the Christmas season, and that's that good jolt of faith we all may need just to get through this coming week.